This is a HeadGum podcast.
Folks, it's time to get Quip. Me and Joe do it. It makes toothbrushing easy. Brushing your teeth, just like making love. It's the kind of thing you don't really know if you're doing it right till you start doing it right. And folks, Quip is brushing done right. It's the new electric toothbrush that packs just the right amount of vibrations into a slimmer design at a fraction of the cost of bulkier traditional electric brushes. It has guiding pulses that alert you when to switch sides, making brushing just the right amount of effortless. It's true, you really don't have to think about it. It lets you know when to move on to another quadrant of your mouth. Quip also comes with a mount that suctions right to your mirror and unsticks to use as a cover for hygienic travel anywhere, whether it's going in your gym bag or your carry-on. And because the thing that cleans your mouth should also be clean, Quip's subscription plan, or subquiption plan, surprised I didn't think of that, I'll have to let them know, refreshes your brush on a dentist-recommended schedule. They deliver new brush heads every 3 months for just $5, including free shipping worldwide. Quip's backed by a network of over 10,000 dental professionals, including dentists, hygienists, and dental students. Most toothbrushes don't get named one of Time Magazine's best inventions of the year, but Quip did. It's time to find out for yourself why. Quip starts at just $25, and if you go to getquip.com/CU right now, you'll get your first refill pack free with a Quip electric toothbrush. That's your first refill pack free at getquip.com/CU. GETQUIP.com/CU. Folks, it's going to be love at first brush.
Folks, welcome to another edition of We'll See You in Hell, your favorite, the podcast you go to for the horror commentaries and the reviews and the discussions and the sci-fi talk and the fantasy flim-flam. This is where you get it. We're coming to you live from the Uncut Thick Dick House. I am Joe DeRosa. Across from me is my co-host, newly scarfed Pat Walsh.
I'm liking the scarf. I much like a dog might wear like a thunder shirt, to soothe his anxiety. I like being able to pull on something that's around my neck. So this week I've worn I got a nice scarf for Christmas, and I've been wearing it. It's not like silky or douchey. It's just a scarf for snow sledding.
It does say the word douche on it, though.
It's douche brand, but it's not douche.
It's not a douchey scarf. It does have the words official pussy inspector embroidered on it.
Yes, well, I went through the training, and I earned that badge.
That's why you got the scarf.
Right.
When you graduate, they give you the scarf.
And I am allowed to officiate whenever I want, ladies. So be ready for that, and let's not make a huge deal out of it.
Not in the workplace, though, right?
No.
It's got to be out of work.
Now, Joe, why did you tell James Franco to do what he did? This bit will never end because there's 3 new ones a day.
I don't know what's going on with that. I mean, he was on Colbert, and he said he didn't do it, but that doesn't mean he didn't do it.
I'm sold.
But I don't know. Maybe he did do it. I have no idea. I'm trying to not jump into the... I'm trying to be a balanced human being where I believe people when they speak out, but I also don't want to start throwing, the lynch noose around everybody's neck as soon as there's a blog headline or something. So it's a very, very... This is a very... Colbert handled the discussion very tactfully, I thought. But I'm not answering your question. Why did I tell him to do it?
Yeah.
Because I didn't like The Disaster Artist.
Okay, that's right.
And I didn't like The Room. And I didn't like Freaks and Geeks, quite frankly.
All right.
Quite frankly, I didn't like Freaks and Geeks.
Now, did you like Freaks and Geeks? I know you didn't care for The Disaster Artist.
No, we'll talk about that when we hit the movie corner today. Okay. But I don't remember Freaks and Geeks. I think I saw one episode with a very, very crazy person that I dated at one point in my life. So that sort of, we were dating, and then when we broke up, I didn't really feel a thirst to go back and watch more Freaks and Geeks. Cause
I'd love to hear who that was.
You don't know her.
Well, she was in Freaks and Geeks.
No. I was dating a crazy person that loved the show, and she was like, you got to see this amazing show, Freaks and Geeks. And I watched one with her, and I really liked it. But then we broke up, and I was like, well,
I hear you.
I'm done with that show.
I thought maybe you were dating Jason Segel or something like that.
Did you see the Franco Colbert?
I didn't see. I don't need to see these things. I know how they play out. I know nobody's going for the jugular, and everybody's... Well, the denials all sound the same. The accusations all sound the same, and I think it's easy to just start becoming numb to it. I don't want to do that either.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to find your footing in all of this right now.
Old Michael Douglas came out and was like, "Hey, nobody's accused me of anything. I just wanted to say I didn't do anything." He actually did that because he caught wind of some secretary or some woman that worked at his company like 30 years ago. Was about to say that he had jerked off in front of her or something. So he gets on the horn to these major media outlets today. I was like, anyway, I'm just me, fabled 5-decade actor Michael Douglas, just calling to say that I have never done anything creepy to women.
I'm surprised he didn't throw his father under the bus. Just, I wouldn't even be surprised at this point.
It looked like he had been thrown under the bus. Folks, why did they wheel Kirk Douglas out and have him talk? Why did they feel the need to do this?
There's a lot of whys. There's a lot of whys you could have asked about that Golden Globes. Why did they invite Tanya Harding, who to the anti-misogyny episode of the Golden Globes? They invite Tanya Harding, who was definitely involved in actual misogyny.
Yeah.
Nobody, I think you pointed this out the other day, nobody said a goddamn peep about Nancy Kerrigan.
No one cares about Kerrigan at all. She's a footnote in the movie about her savage beating. She's barely in it.
Jesus Christ. I mean, it's fucking, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Allison Janney's up there going, thank you, Tanya, for sharing your story. It's like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah.
Anyway,
it's a wild. And did you hear this now? I mean, the hypocrisy knows no ends. But Tanya Harding the other day is like, I gotta say, I never said this at the time, but I did just kind of remember that I think I heard my husband talking at the time about how he was gonna quote take her out. Just popped into her head now that she's going to the award shows.
Did she show up at the goddamn award show?
She's sitting at the table next to Robbie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Sitting right there. They cut to her 18 times.
Jesus fucking Christ. I didn't watch the show. I can't. I mean, I have a policy to never watch these shows, period.
I watched the show. I was angry and yelling things the whole time.
I can't remember the last time I watched like an Oscars or a...
Yeah, I still watch them. Now, you said...
James, go ahead and go do that.
Yeah.
Those were the words I used.
James, you want to do it, you do it. Franco, so you said you didn't care for the Disaster Artist because it's this movie.
Well, let's save it for the movie corner.
Right, but
we haven't even gotten on.
Well, your reason for not liking it is only going to be helped by this little anecdote.
Oh, okay.
James Franco calls Tommy Wiseau up to the stage.
Yes.
Wiseau comes up, he leans in to say something, and Frank goes, no. Cuts him off, like almost grabs the mic out of his hand.
Yeah. Then
Franco just talks for another minute and a half.
Yeah.
And then walks away and never lets Wiseau say a word.
Yeah. So, and by the way, this is the Golden Globes where Mira Sorvino, Daryl Hannah, Rose McGowan, Rosanna Arquette, and about, I'd say, probably 8 other women were not invited.
Oh, boy.
They were not invited to the ceremony.
Yeah.
Because they are not famous enough. That's literally all it is. They were not invited, yet you've got Tommy Wiseau up on this fucking stage, and we're all supposed to act now Like this guy had a fucking vision. And he was just doing this is like when there's a dumb character on a TV show and then they interview the actor and they go, well, we always looked at it as she wasn't dumb. She just looked at things through her own lens.
Or she was actually the smartest person in the room is how I play it.
Yeah, it's like, Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yeah.
The lengths that... I just... Anyway, yeah, I know. I heard Franco wouldn't let him talk.
And then he's like... He's up at the Golden Globes. I mean, see what following your dream can do. It's like, yeah, but then you get your dream and you're not allowed to talk because the guy who's exploiting you is winning an award for playing you.
Yeah, and making you look like a fucking lunatic, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, he is probably, but still.
There's the parts in that movie where you feel sorry for him. It's like the way you feel sorry for like the Elephant Man or something.
That's
You're
right.
Like,
yeah.
This is making me very sad. Like people are looking at this guy like he's a freak.
Yeah.
You're not like somehow getting in touch with this guy as an artist and going, oh my God, like he's actually a beautiful soul underneath the tumors. Tommy Wiseau is not a beautiful soul underneath. He's a fucking crazy guy. At least that's what I took away from it.
Yeah, absolutely.
The Elephant Man is a beautiful... You got what I was saying there.
Great picture.
I never saw it.
Elephant Man?
I've never seen it, but I know the story. I read the entire screenplay, but I never watched it.
Dave Lynch.
I know.
You have a problem with looking at elephantitis, don't you?
Not in a prejudice way. It's I find it upsetting. It's we've talked about it on the show. It's why I've never watched Under the Skin.
So if I said I don't like looking at Asians because it's upsetting to me, that's not racist?
Yeah, this is the same thing.
Okay.
No, it's like it just it makes me upset. It just it's like saying I don't want to look at I don't know. I feel bad. I feel it's not vanity. It's not like I don't look at it and go ew. It makes me very sad, so I choose not to purposefully look at it, but I can handle it.
All right. I'm not going to jump out of the shadows with a picture of elephantitis to startle you. Don't worry. I need to get that. Well, what I need to do first is get on with the show and also on with a Joe Your Own Way. Joe Your Own Way.
Very good. There's one that you keep missing.
I keep missing?
A song that you keep missing that I want to tell you about because my friend Rocco used to sing it to me.
But your friend with the modern life?
Yeah, the cartoon. I would talk to the TV when I watched it.
Yeah.
And I believed that he was real and we were friends.
Sure.
There's a song he used to put my name into. I don't want to tell you because I would love for you to do it one day.
All right.
But I also want to tell you because I think you'll never in a million years think of it.
What is it?
He used to go, Joe, 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 Joe.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it was great. And then I would sing it back to him. And I'd go, Rocco, Rocco. And we would laugh hysterically.
Of course I know that song, but is that Duran Duran?
No.
Sounds like them.
It's that song is awesome. That could be my favorite 80s song. Yeah, that might be my favorite 80s song. I forget who sings it, though.
Okay.
Anyway, folks, you were 12 minutes in. You want to take a stroll over to the corner?
I do. I mean, unfortunately, I don't even remember what I went into last time. I have so many pictures here, but no, I think I do.
I've got a few.
All right, I watched. We can talk about it. Well, we could maybe do this on the pod someday, but no, we're not going to.
What is it?
A Ghost Story.
Hell's nah.
Casey
We're never doing
Affleck
that on
film.
the pod. Was it good?
Folks, saw this on a lot of top 10 lists. It's Casey Affleck and Rooney Mara. Affleck dies 10 seconds into the movie, and then he's a ghost in a white sheet the whole rest of the time, watching over his wife. I am not exaggerating when I say to you that there is a 7+ minute scene. I've seen it described as everything from 5 to 9 minutes. Truth is, I timed it out at about 7:31.
All right.
Rooney Mara gets a pie from a neighbor as like a sorry your husband died treat. She stands at the counter and eats this pie in real time with a spoon.
The entire pie?
For about 5 minutes. She eats this pie. Then
entire pie or just eats from the pie?
And eats from the pie.
All right.
Then she sits down on the floor and for an additional several minutes continues eating the pie. Then she gets up, walks to the bathroom, and vomits up the pie. Then we just go on to the next scene in the movie. I look it up.
How's that got to do with ghosts?
A lot of chatter online about this pie scene. People calling it interminable. Even like people who were raving about the movie were like, this fucking director thinks we want to watch this fucking shit. The director's saying it's the shot he's most proud of in his career. And then, of course, a lot of people just saying that they hated it and what was the point. But the movie, as you can imagine, is very, very slow and boring.
Yeah. And why is he walking around on a sheet?
He's a ghost. There's another ghost that he talks to with subtitles who lives across the street.
Fuck everything about this fucking movie. I hate this goddamn thing. I've never seen a scene of
it's streaming on Amazon. It's I've liked the director's other stuff kind of. It's just kind of it's a real endurance test. It's a bad movie with some interesting visuals.
Okay. All right. I saw You're So Cool, Brewster.
What?
It's a documentary about the making of the original Fright Night.
Okay.
That's a famous line in the movie. It was great. It was fantastic. They interviewed everybody. They got everybody back. Fucking Stephen Jeffries, who played Evil Ed. The William, what's his name, that plays the main guy. Roddy McDowell's not in it because he died. But Tom Holland, the director and writer. Amanda, is it Bierce from Married with Children, who played Marcy?
I thought Bierce, but I'll
Bierce.
accept
She plays the romantic lead in the film, and it's actually her face on the posters with that like deranged female vampire face is her. It was great. It was fucking great. It was a great nostalgia documentary. It's streaming on Shudder right now. You can go check it out. If you're a Fright Night fan, I'd say definitely check it out. It's just a great, really fun documentary for the fans, and it was cool hearing Tom Holland talk about why he wrote the movie and how it was his love letter to horror fans, and how much thought went into this thing, and just a lot of cool little facts and movie trivia things in it and whatnot, and just go check it out if you like Fright. Even if you don't like Fright Night, go watch the fucking thing.
All right.
Sick of it already. Go watch it already.
I saw a film that's been in the news a lot this week. All the Money in the World.
Yeah, this is just
now, how we miss this in our hypocrisy of Hollywood overview.
This is just a gorgeous unraveling of a tale.
I love it. I love everything about it. Movie stars Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark, Michelle Williams, and Kevin Spacey. Around Thanksgiving time, I see a big poster up at the movie theater for this movie. Then, Kevin Spacey's grabbing dicks. They're going to reshoot a leading role in the movie with Christopher Plummer playing Kevin Spacey's role. Because for some reason, they had Kevin Spacey in old age makeup playing the part.
Yeah, that I didn't get.
He's playing Getty, the guy who owns the Getty Museum, which is currently on fire here in Los Angeles. They reshoot it, and it was just revealed yesterday that...
Well, they have to reshoot with Plummer, right?
With Plummer, and I was like, how are they going to do this? Because the movie goes all across the globe, exotic locales. It's clearly very expensive. And they actually reshot the scenes. It's not like they digitally superimposed Plummer's head or something. So I'll get to the movie in a moment, but the big story this week is that Williams was like, I understand this is a terrible thing about Kevin Spacey. I'll do it. For the per diem, meaning like go get your meals in Rome or whatever.
It was less than $1,000.
For less than $1,000.
She was paid less than $1,000 for reshooting the movie.
Meanwhile, at the same agency, these agencies are unbelievable. They are working out a $1.5 million deal.
Yeah.
Probably more than Michelle Williams made for the movie in the first place.
Yeah.
Just to do these reshoots, and he got it. He got paid.
For Wahlberg.
Yeah. Wahlberg got paid $1.5 million
Yeah.
to do something that everyone was like, well, this is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And would have just taken credit for it until someone exposed him. I don't know who.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
It is amazing. This town is sick. It is sick. I mean,
If nothing else, maybe it'll make people think, okay, every shitty thing I do could be exposed tomorrow. Maybe I'll stop doing shitty things. I hope it has that effect. I doubt it.
I subscribe to the philosophy that Chappelle puts forward in the new special, in one of his new specials, where he says, you have the bad guys scared, which is good, but fear, unfortunately, doesn't last. And once they're not scared anymore, they're just going to be bad again. We have to change our system. I actually agree with that. I think that's very insightful. And
I love both those specials.
I didn't see the second one yet. But yeah, I mean, I mean, you could hear, if you stood quietly in the valley at night here in Los Angeles, you could hear the echoes of Ridley Scott's pats on his own back.
That's right.
When they fired Kevin Spacey. I mean, he was so vehement about that and outspoken and proud and whatever. And at the time, I thought, well, good for him. He did a really tough thing, and that's, wow, he stepped up to the plate. There's no fucking way Ridley Scott didn't know about that deal.
No way.
There's no fucking way.
Well, interestingly, Ridley Scott, when I read this big interview with him about it, he was just like, he seemed more jazzed about the prospect of doing it, like a filmmaking challenge when he's 80 years old and getting bored with directing. He was almost barely mentioning the Spacey thing. He just seemed like really excited by the opportunity to do this quickly and presumably on their dime. But the point is, gang, all this work was done. All these secrets and lies exposed to make just the most average movie you've ever seen.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, you're not getting anything above average ever with Wahlberg or Ridley Scott anymore.
Wahlberg playing a smart person, always a mistake.
What is wrong with these people?
No clue.
What is wrong? Who doesn't understand? Don't cast him in the fucking smart guy part.
He's playing like a genius.
And by the way,
strategic genius.
If I can interject something about Wahlberg, why I fucking can't stand this guy anymore. Aside from the fact that the only film of his he denounces now is Boogie Nights because it was against God or whatever. He's a fucking lunatic. But this fucking guy's doing literally the highest paid actor in the world. The highest paid actor globally is Mark Wahlberg. He's doing fucking AT&T commercials because this fucking asshole needs the fucking money, I guess. And I'm talking about this with somebody, and they're like, well, I don't care if stars endorse products. I go, I don't care about that either. But everybody's bitching about the fucking dissolving of the middle class. How do you think that's not fucking part of it? Last year, that gig went to an unknown female actor who became known as the AT&T girl because she was the fucking AT&T girl. Now it's Mark Wahlberg just snatched that fucking job from somebody.
That's right.
It's so fucking gross, dude. Anyway, sorry.
And they're terrible commercials, by the way.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
He's one of the dumbest human beings on planet Earth.
And he's a truly bad actor unless he's playing the idiot that he is.
Yeah. Well, that's what my friend Jerry, I remember, said after when he did that shitty follow-up movie to Boogie Nights with like Lou Diamond Phillips, the big hit or whatever. I remember my friend going to see it and being like, dude, the movie sucks. He was like, but here's the real bummer. We all thought Mark Wahlberg was like acting in Boogie Nights. He's just kind of that guy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so.
And he once beat up an Asian man while yelling slurs.
Yes, that did happen.
So, something to think about.
Did you see Weinstein get slapped in the face in that restaurant?
Loved it.
I rewound it 5 times. I was laughing my balls off.
Yeah. And then it's also kind of like, thank God. Like who's sitting in there? All these people just like, look who's over at that table? Harvey Weinstein. What? None of you have any. Everyone should have been slapping him in the damn face. The thing is, he's now going to probably sue that guy for $5 million.
Yeah, and I know that that's not the right way to handle things. Again, I'm the one saying we can't form into lynch mobs. I know it wasn't right that the guy slapped him in the face. However, I am still a comedian that laughs. I wasn't laughing at the slap. He barely fucking touched
Yeah, it wasn't much.
I was laughing at how Jersey the guy was. And he's going, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking with those women. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Who's the scumbag with Harvey Weinstein who steps in and goes,
Turn the camera off. Turn the camera off. What
and
are you doing?
he starts laughing and he goes, oh, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah.
Who is that piece of fucking garbage? And also, Weinstein's got more money than God. Why is he still in this country? Go somewhere.
I thought you were going to say, why is he wearing a quadruple XL Hanes T-shirt to a nice restaurant?
I think he's trying to hide.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to look like slovenly and homeless.
Why is he at a ritzy club?
I don't get it, dude.
Why have
It's
these
like,
privileges not been taken away?
Well,
this one isn't a maybe. No, he's done minimum some things, some terrible things.
This is well. Look, he's technically a free man, so he's allowed to go into restaurants, and then the restaurants are also allowed to say, "Get the fuck out of here," which is great. But my point is, dude, you're the most hated man in the world right now. Go somewhere other than the fucking spotlight country.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just shocked at the audacity of a guy that's like, no, I'm going to stay here. Just go out to restaurants.
You don't rape women weekly, nightly for years and years and years and years, and not have some form of narcissism.
Well, that's
nobody's
true.
ever going to get me. I'm fine. He's still probably like, this is all going to blow over.
That's true. I'll get out of town. I'll go to Arizona. Goes within driving distance of Los Angeles.
It's I mean, it's a bad time. Always. It's always a
Speaking of bad times and gross people, Disaster Artist.
Yeah.
I finally saw it. Shut the thing off halfway through it. Couldn't finish it. Could not, and I texted this to you when I was watching it. I said, I just turned off the Disaster Artist. I was about 45 minutes in. I was going to puke if I saw one more Cool Kid cameo. This fucking movie, every part that has one line of fucking dialogue to it, from the smallest, five lines or under extra whatever bullshit part, all the way up to the leads. This fucking thing is there's like a scene they go into like a goddamn to rent something. Hannibal is behind the desk as the rental guy or whatever. Hannibal's my friend. I'm not shitting on Hannibal. Then the guy that brings him in to see Hannibal is the guy from fucking Parks and Rec or some shit. And then they're in the restaurant and the producer's being played by Judd Apatow, and the agent, who's the shisty Hollywood agent, is being played by Sharon Stone. She's in it for a second. Right. She comes in for 2 fucking lines. And it's like, hey guys, you made a goddamn movie about the beauty of the struggling artist and how if you push and commit, you can persevere. How about you put a few fucking unknown actors in this thing instead of making it this fucking circle jerk with you and all your friends? I was annoyed when the fucking thing opened with Adam Scott, the most famous people in Hollywood, talking about how brilliant The Room is. Right. Adam Scott actually says they're not talking about the Oscar-winning picture from 10 years ago, but they are talking about The Room still. You don't ever see that. Yes, you do all the fucking time. What are you talking about, you moron? People still gather in theaters across this country at midnight on Fridays to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. What the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
Because this is the one you and your friends went to? Shut the fuck up. Ugh. Fucking movie stunk. It was kind of funny. I shut it the fuck off. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't fucking stand it.
You should have been on debate team, Joe, because I enjoyed the movie thoroughly, and you just convinced me that all of that was shitty. I agree.
Everywhere.
I mean, it opens up with Kristen Bell and the legacy of The Room. Let's not go crazy. None of our parents know what The Room is.
Could there be
It didn't penetrate the culture.
Could there be two more boring people to see at the top of a movie being interviewed than Kristen Bell and Adam Scott?
Yeah.
I mean, you're bookending. You just took two boring bookends and put them right together at the top of the movie. And by the way, throw Dax Shepard in there for good fucking measure. You know what I mean? And it's like, and now these guys are going to tell me why this fucking piece of shit movie is brilliant? Get the fuck out of my face. That was like when they did the Funny or Die 10-year like anniversary interview article. And it's like Kristen Bell being like, it was just about grab the camera and shoot the fucking thing. It's like, yeah, was it about that, Kristen? Yeah, was it about that? Just go grab your red camera that you probably have lying at the bottom of a closet and you're fucking... Shut up. Yeah. Stop making it sound like you guys were struggling and creating art. Jesus Christ. They didn't interview one fucking person in that Funny or Die article who was just a normal guy that like put a video up and like broke through.
Where did the article appear?
It was in a magazine. I think it was in like Esquire or something. And but not one person in the it was like, we're going to celebrate like this groundbreaking radical website, and then all they do is interview like Kristen Bell and fucking like, you know, and like Will Ferrell, and you're like, what is this?
Right.
What are you talking about?
People only care about celebrities. That goes for everyone in this town and everyone in America at large. They only care about celebrities.
And it is bad when we have started to refer to it as this town.
This sick town. Yeah.
What else did you see? Excuse me.
I saw... I don't want to spoil a few we might do, guys. Watch on Netflix Super Dark Times.
I still need to see that.
Because Joe and I are going to discuss. I think that's a great one for this podcast. I watched Wind River.
What the fuck is that?
Stars Jeremy Renner. The reason you haven't heard much about it this award season is because it was produced by Harvey Weinstein. And the guy who made it is fucking pissed, and he's like, all right, all proceeds are going to Native American women's shelter. Like, he's just trying to get anybody to see it. But it's the guy who did, he wrote Hell or High Water, he wrote Sicario, he wrote and directed the upcoming Sicario 2, which I'm very excited about.
And that's called Sicario 2?
It's called Sicario 2, like
Judgment Day?
Prisoner Rising or something like
okay.
that. But Wind River is Jeremy Renner and the good Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen. They're in like a Native American snowy wilderness, and some bad shit goes down and they investigate. But it was really good. It was a really good thriller. It had like a real rough flashback kind of scene where you kind of start putting shit together. Really hateable villains. Nice message.
Who's the villain? Renner?
No.
Oh, he's the hero.
Yeah, Renner.
He plays a great villain. I wish he would do it more.
He's like a kind of a dim bulb. Yeah, he's not a. He's a sheriff in the town, and she's a FBI agent, and they team up.
This guy loves writing about sheriffs.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
And to add one more on real quick, you talk about Renner being a good villain, because that reminds me of one I saw where he was absolutely not a great villain. Little picture called The House with Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler.
Christ, you watched that?
Look, Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler are funny.
They are. They haven't been in anything funny in many, many years.
But I step up to that plate again and again.
Yeah, I mean,
what
the hell, man?
This was less funny than Get Hard, which was terrible with him and Kevin Hart.
Get Hard was offended me in on levels that I never even could have fathomed.
Yeah. This was also less funny than Daddy's Home, which was nearly unwatchable.
Jesus Christ.
It was so horrifically bad. And it's just like what you're talking about with the disaster artist. We're in this thing now, and I'm not going to name names because we definitely know some of these people, but like, and I'm not speaking for everyone in the movie. This is one where every single part in the exact same way is one of these like mid-grade comedians that are in every single thing that gets made.
Right.
They were in 2 episodes of Parks and Recreation, which put them on the Cool Club.
Right.
And now there's a town hall meeting scene where like 12 of the people with lines in this scene are people you've seen on like Hulu's Casual or
Right.
Transparent one week.
Right.
Or, and you know exactly who these people are. They've been the supporting roles in movies now for 15 years, and it's getting really boring. And they're talented people and funny people. They've been playing the same part over and over and over for more than a decade, and it's getting real fucking old. That's the least of the problems for The House. Now, Joe, tell me what you think The House is about.
Why?
Pitch me The House.
I know what it's about. It's about their.
You think you know what it's about?
Well, they need money for their kid to go to college.
Yeah.
So they start an illegal gambling casino or an illegal casino, like in their basement, and it's their house, which is a play on The House.
Yeah, that's obviously how the movie was pitched and what it should have been. But what it actually is Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler need money for college, and their crazy druggy friend who just got divorced, played by, of course, Jason Mantzoukas.
That's who couldn't remember his name. That's the guy that leads.
Yes, that's right.
Franco in to meet Hannibal.
Mantzoukas offers up his house. This like acquaintance in the neighborhood. So immediately 90% of the stakes of the movie are taken away.
Why would they do it
It's such a stupid fucking choice for a screenplay to do. Like, okay, if somebody pitched me on an elevator, it's Will Ferrell and Amy Poehler, they need money for college to turn their house into a casino. Got it. That's how the movie was even advertised. That is not what the movie is. They make every choice away from the direction of comedy. There's not a smile to be had in it. It's a terrible, terrible movie.
I got to tell you, dude, I am because Poehler is a much, much, much less of an offender than Farrell is these days.
And I like Sisters with Poehler.
With making bad stuff. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Farrell, on the other hand, I'm like heartbroken over it.
Yeah.
It is a like Jim Carrey level drop off where I'm like, dude, you are the funniest human being on earth, and these fucking things you're making, dude. It's like when Sandler started doing it. Farrell lasted way longer, thankfully.
Yeah.
But, by the time Sandler was doing, like, Mr. Deeds, and you're just like, what the fuck is happening here?
Mr. Deeds has some really funny parts.
Okay, Totoro's funny.
Totoro is very funny.
There was a bad example, or not the best example.
But you're up to the end of the good Sandlers with Deeds.
I mean, Little Nicky, I think, is the official.
That's terrible.
Except Rodney Dangerfield's in it.
Yeah.
It just bums me out, man. The guy's so goddamn funny, and it's like, and Poehler too. I just hope that she doesn't continue on a streak of shit like this, because she did something right before this where I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Was it Baby Daddy?
Baby Daddy was years ago, and is not a terrible movie.
Maybe no. What was
Sisters.
first? That or Sisters? Sisters looked very bad to me.
Sisters had some funny parts too. They're both very
Passable.
average comedies. And they're both light years better than The House, or Get Hard, or Daddy's Home, or anything else.
Or Daddy's Home. Daddy's Home 2, did you see?
I didn't see Daddy's Home 2.
All right. Well, I have seen a couple other things, but I'm actually going to take them into Joe's scary stuff.
Do it.
Because it's going to piggyback what I said last week. I bought those Full Moon DVDs that were on sale. Hideous was one. Another one was called The Creeps. I recommended you all go buy them. And I watched them this week. And by watch them, I mean I watched 3/4 of each. I couldn't even finish these fucking things. They weren't even fun bad. Like, I thought they were going to be like kind of like tasteless and gross and like, ridiculous. I thought there would be some real value in at least the visual aspect of the films. And there just isn't. They're just not good movies. I'm sorry. And I like Full Moon. I think they're cool. I think they're a cool company. Maybe I just saw the wrong ones, but I think Puppet Master is as good as it gets with Full Moon. Now, look, I haven't watched the, what's the other one I got there? Rituals of the Occult. That's a 3-piece one with Netherworld and some other stuff. I'm still going to watch it. I look forward to watching it. I look forward to watching Head of the Family. But as far as The Creeps and Hideous go, which are two, from what I could tell, flagship movies for Full Moon features, holy shit, man. I couldn't... The Creeps, I was like... The Creeps, is the other title is Deformed Monsters. And it's about a guy trying to bring literature's greatest monsters to life. So it's Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, Wolfman, Mummy. But his experiment goes wrong, and they come out half the size or whatever. Okay. So you got little people playing these monsters.
Oh, boy.
So I was like, all right, that sounds like a pretty zany idea. I'm into it. I'm watching this thing. I'm like, obviously, I get like halfway through the thing. I'm like, obviously, this is supposed to be like a kid's movie. I was wrong. Like, this is supposed to be like a thing that you can watch with your kids.
Okay.
Because it's like a zany, crazy thing.
Right.
And there's like a 4-minute tit scene. They haven't said fuck once in the movie.
Yeah.
They got a little guy dressed as a mummy rubbing this lady's tits as she screams. I'm like, it just doesn't make any sense. I don't know what am I watching right now? So I unfortunately
and why am I jerking off to it?
Yeah, right. Well, I was jerking off before the tits even came out, folks. Hideous was a hair better, but Hideous was supposed to be about these like freak babies that break out of their formaldehyde jars and start killing everybody. I'm 55 minutes into this goddamn thing. They haven't killed one person, and then I realized, they don't have the budget to do like a Ghoulies thing.
Right.
So it just wasn't good. They just weren't good films. So I apologize if you went and purchased those on my say-so. They did do a nice job with the packaging, and the transfers were nice. And the Video Zone featurette on them is pretty cool, where you see like the behind the scenes. And here's the weird thing too. I was like, obviously, the whole thing here was a bunch of people saying like, we're going to make like a really poor, like a camp film.
Right.
You watch the behind the scenes shit. These guys are like, what a fucking joy it was. We put our heart and soul into these pictures. They're interviewing the actors. They're like, this was so amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's not that layered. This is not a put on. These people really believed in this.
Right.
I just don't get it.
Over time they grew to, after going to a few of these like trade shows and things like that, and people say, "Oh, I love that movie. It meant so much to me."
No. These are for interviews at the time they're doing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
They're doing these interviews at the time.
Sometimes you watch like, everyone comes up to me and tell me how their favorite kill was me in Halloween 5, and I'm like, no, they didn't. You just want to be like, no one ever told you that.
Well, I did once meet, and I don't remember her name because she's only in this. This is the only movie I've ever seen her in. But I did meet the girl from the woman from Nightmare on Elm Street 3, the one who burns herself with cigarettes to stay awake, and so she's the one Freddy kills. Freddy pops out of the TV, and he picks her up.
Oh, yeah,
and he goes, "Welcome to prime time, bitch," and slams her head through the TV, and that's how she dies. But I met her, and I meant it. I go, "You're my favorite kill in all of Nightmare on Elm Street," and she said, "God bless you, thank you." It made her fucking day. You could tell.
All right,
it was really sweet. So why don't you lay off the Halloween 5 cast and crew right now?
All right. I watched a couple of these docs myself on the Bill and Ted's Excellent Collection DVD set because.
No such thing, in my opinion.
Now, I liked these movies when I was a kid, but I always thought they were a very pale Wayne's World imitator, even though they were before Wayne's World.
I loved Excellent Adventure. I didn't like Bogus Journey.
Right.
Too dark.
But weirdly, I've been hearing constantly about people referring to this as one of the best comedies ever made, the original. People really love it. Just like a reevaluation of this movie that's been going on for decades. So I see they got the new ones. I watched an hour-long documentary on Adventure, hour-long documentary on Bogus Journey. There's some side drama where the writing team that did it had like a bitter separation right before they started on Bogus Journey, which was very interesting to hear about. And they're great documentaries, especially if you're fans of the movies. Tonight, this weekend, I'm going to actually rewatch the movies. But what I was seeing of Bogus Journey looked disturbing, frankly.
And it was too dark. When I was a kid, I worshipped the first one when I was a kid. I loved it so much. I loved that George Carlin was in it, like playing like the time traveler sage guy or whatever. I loved those characters. I loved the gag of like Alex Winter's dad fucking the like 20-year-old that they like had graduated like a year before them or whatever.
Right.
I thought it was awesome. My mom loved it because she felt like it was like sort of educational.
Yeah, it was.
It was just an awesome movie. It was every kid's dream. It's time travel. It's like Back to the Future, but even like crazier.
Yeah.
And then I rented Bogus Journey, and I was so excited to watch it. And I didn't even. I remember I didn't finish it. I was like, "This is too dark. I don't like this storyline of these robots."
They felt it went too dark as well. But
yeah,
I'm intrigued to watch it again.
Sadler's very good as Death in it.
Yeah,
but yeah, it bums me out. Now, older people our age now say, "Oh, Bogus Journey's way cooler and way better."
that's what I hear. Yeah.
But I think that's something that comes with age.
Faith No More and Primus are both in Bogus Journey.
I didn't know they were in it, but I know they're on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
I own to this day that soundtrack for the Faith No More song on it because that's the only way you could get it, Pat.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, we're 44 minutes in. We haven't even come within a breath of...
well, that's fine because I imagine
review.
we're not going to have much to say here. We're talking about what I thought was the third in the franchise, even though I've seen the other three and realized morning of that it was the fourth. Insidious, The Last Key.
Yeah.
I mean, Joe, walk us through the franchise as a whole very quickly, if you would.
Well, Insidious...
You and I did Insidious 3 on here, I believe.
I think we did, and I don't think we had a lot of nice things to say.
No.
Insidious is a phenomenal horror movie. It's one of the better horror movies to have been made in the last 15 years or 10 years, whatever it's been. It stars Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne. Their son has a demon attached to him. He's in a coma because this demon has this kid trapped in a place called the Further. And Patrick Wilson has to go into the Further and release and save his son. And then you find out that Patrick Wilson had also been subjected to this as a child. It's an awesome movie. It's scary. It doesn't rely on jolt scares. There are jolt scares, but that's not all that there are. There's a really terrifying scene of an old man baby dancing to like 1910 piano music. That's very fucking creepy. It's just a great moody piece. The second one is more of a sort of ghostly adventure. I like the second one. People hated it because I think they wanted another straight horror thing. But I thought the second one was very cool. I thought they tied it into the first movie brilliantly. They do things in the second film where you see that, oh, that's what was happening in the first movie. Like they just do a really good job with it. I liked it a lot, and I enjoyed the adventure of it all. Third movie is clearly when Patrick Wilson and Rose Byrne said, fuck this shit, we're done. So they said, okay, we'll start making prequels that center around the Zelda Rubinstein of the Insidious franchise. Lynn Shay's character. I know her name. I can't remember the goddamn character's name.
Lynn Shay is the old woman from Something About Mary, the very tan woman, Magda. She is also the lady who does the tongue motion, the landlord in Kingpin.
Which is why I think it's weird that in both movies that she's the lead in, they have a demon that goes,
Yeah.
It's too obvious of a nod for me.
So, yeah, I mean, we're
So
talking
then
about
it
two
becomes a
starring
prequel.
vehicles for Lynn Shay here.
Yeah, and I'm happy for Lynn Shay. She's a great actor. So they start making them as prequels with 3. So 3 is now, this is where it all started. This is how they marketed 3. This is where it all started. This was the big one, blah, blah, blah. 3 was not great.
No.
4 comes out, same marketing all again. You got to go back to the beginning where it all started. I'm like, they already fucking did that, I thought.
Right.
So this one, part 4, is a sequel to part 3, and it's also a prequel to part 1.
And it's called The Last Something, which I always find funny.
Now, the one positive I'll say about the movie, there are parts in the movie where they go back into part 1, and I thought that was cool. There's a scene from part 1 where a kid hears a ghost in his closet, and in this movie you see Lynn Shay in the Further like open a door, and you see a shot of the kid from the first movie turn and look, and you realize, oh, that's what he hears in that part.
Didn't even catch it. I'm amazed that people have like the memory for Insidious 1 when you're watching Insidious 4.
I liked the franchise, and it's
Right.
just fallen off. I also like at the end, she gets a call, and it's the call to go help the Patrick Wilson, Rose Byrne family in Insidious.
Yeah.
That was cool. They just did some little cool stuff like that. Other than that, this thing is a fucking hot log of shit.
It's so bad.
I
Saw
mean-
it with a shout out to our dear friend Karen Kilgariff, host of My Favorite Murder with Georgia Hardstark. Georgia Hardstark. Jesus Christ.
What?
I said I lost the ability to speak.
I got to be honest. You look like you've been on the verge of falling asleep
Not true.
through this. I'm not saying you're not invested. I'm just saying you look tired.
I'm strangely tired, but I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we saw it with Karen.
They do My Favorite Murder, and they're great, and we get a lot of our viewers. I've learned, listeners, from My Favorite Murder and from the Gilmore guys. Oddly enough,
Very nice.
I asked that question. Got asked on Facebook the other day.
Very nice.
Yeah, I mean, Karen must have just been completely lost. She hadn't even seen the others, but it didn't really matter. I mean, you're watching
didn't.
a Lynn Shay vehicle. She can't hold the screen for 90 minutes. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, look, I don't know whether she could or she couldn't. She's being handed dog shit to work with. I mean, it's like, look, again,
Nobody else in the movie even registered as being a character.
I'm happy for her because I'm like, that's pretty great that a woman at her age, she's in her 70s, I believe, is getting to do a lead part in a Hollywood film.
Yeah, it's cool.
And it's going to probably make her for the rest of her life. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm happy for her to have the work. I wish they gave her better material to work with. It's
Yeah.
fucking ridiculous. Then you got Bruce Davidson coming in halfway through this thing.
The performance he gives is one for the ages. I mean, their scenes together are just the worst scenes.
Yeah.
In a real bad movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bad movie. I don't even know where to...
Terrible dialogue, terrible acting.
And then also there's this whole like subplot of like the house, the demon in the house is making the men who live in the house act crazy and kidnap women and keep them in like a giant turned off freezer downstairs. I'm like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything?
Yeah.
It just didn't. It was just so crazy. It was like, what is going on right now? And I mean, people, this is a Blumhouse picture. It's a Blumhouse picture, which we also saw a trailer for another Blumhouse picture called Truth or Dare that looks like one of the shittiest things I've ever seen. But I'm like, this is Blumhouse. How is Blumhouse putting this kind of thing and Get Out? How are they putting both out? How is Blumhouse not stepping in and going, we need a better fucking script for Insidious 4? Unless they're just saying, people will go see it. We don't give a shit. It's going to make millions of dollars. And it did. It made shitloads of money.
Probably what it is, yeah.
It just bums me out, man. It's like, of all the companies, it's like, to me, that company should be combing these scripts more and putting it better. Think about how great it would be if it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, why are you mailing it in at this point? Like, it's just...
I think, that those kind of movies enable them to make the shit they care more about, probably. Just they'll be churning out an Insidious every... It seems like there's one a year. I don't know if that's true, but...
But here's the thing. The first Insidious made a lot of money, and it's good.
Mm-hmm.
The second Insidious made a lot of money, and it was good. It might have not set well with fans, but it's a quality film.
I guarantee those fans don't care now that they've seen 3 and 4.
The 3 and 4, it's like, guys, it's like Sci-Fi Channel bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like old Sci-Fi Channel. I like a lot of what Sci-Fi Channel does now, but,
You mean like The Mothman?
Yes, I'm referring to your Mothman movie.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't get it. Like, why? Just make it decent, for Christ's sake.
Try, yeah.
Yeah, it just didn't. This had first draft written all over it. I mean, lazy writing. There's a part where you find out Bruce Davidson, you find out is Lynn Shay's brother. And he's got 2 daughters. He, by the way, comes in. Karen did hit it on the head. She goes, she's supposed to be her younger brother. and they're having this like dramatic like face-off argument thing. And in the middle of it, Karen goes, "And why are you older than me?" And it was like, yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Bruce Davison looks significantly older
Right.
than Lin Shaye. Then he's got 2 daughters who I think are maybe 18.
Yeah.
That's never explained.
They're not 18, by the way. And there's 2 her kind of sidekicks throughout this movie are 40-year-old plus creeps. One a nerd, one like an actively lecherous sex perv. And the only story I was tracking in this movie was the love triangle between an underage girl and these 2 40-plus-year-old goons who are actively trying to fuck these girls, and it's played for comic relief throughout.
Yeah. And I guess the only explanation is that the girls are not supposed to be underage, but God damn it, they didn't look a stitch more than 17 to me.
No, they didn't.
Which I know because of James Franco is legal in New York.
Yeah.
But the movie doesn't take place in New York.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it does take place in Arizona or New Mexico. God knows what the legal age is down there.
I'm shocked it was 17 in New York. I had no idea.
Well, yeah, that's my point. And that's a progressive state.
Right.
You know, you get down into Arizona, it's like, Christ, they're shipping them to the altar at 12, probably.
Yeah, probably.
You know.
Stereotyping.
Arpaio. Welcome to Arpaio's Arizona. That's the racist sheriff.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good. All right. Well, yeah, we were all confused by that whole love mix.
It's a bad picture.
The demon, even the way the demon in this one, it was real mailed in. It was like the way he looked. I mean, it just looked like they went to a sort of paint by numbers demon book, and we're just like, yeah, they'll do this and this, and it's like, you know, the original demon in the first Insidious is so fucking freaky looking, and it is cool that thing pops up at the end.
The red demon.
Yeah, like, but it was such like a cool take, and it kind of looked like Darth Maul, but it didn't. It was fucking scary looking. This thing, it was just like, you know, put a fucking big hole in its face and, you know, put keys on its fingers because you got to open all the red doors or whatever. I don't even understand what that was.
No.
I know that's a reference to something that I'm not remembering, but it sucked.
You can easily skip this movie, gang. Watch something better. Watch Super Dark Times and get ready because once Joe watches it, that'll be the next one we do.
I will watch Super Dark Times before next week, and we can do that one. We need to do shout-outs, I think, right?
Yeah, didn't last week.
I don't think we've done it in a while. All right, hold on a second. We need to do it. Guys, give us your opinion. Is shout-outs once a month enough, or do you want it twice? I mean, look, we appreciate you guys donating, and we'll do it twice if you want it twice. But
absolutely,
I don't know if anybody cares enough to for us. I don't know. Let us know. We appreciate the feedback, honestly. Now that you guys are showing this really wonderful support on Patreon and everything, like we now more than ever, we want to make sure we're doing right by all of you as the great fans you are. And that's patreon.com/WSYIH pod. And go there and look at the tiers and donate. And we'll be adding some new stuff soon and changing stuff around and keeping it fresh.
Yeah, there's merch on the way. I know I've been saying that for several years. There is merch on the way.
There is literally merch on the way, and it is coming to us through the help of the wonderful Emily Florence, who runs the Facebook group. But it's coming very soon. In fact, she might have already started asking you guys about it. Anyway, shout-outs. You ready?
Yes.
Anthony V. Manito, a.k.a. Party McFly. Philip Rashad. Caitlin. Derek Clark. Alex Shipley. Joshua Taj Bozeman. Culture Creature. Sean Pinnock. Amanda Liebson. Timothy Lesto. Shane Nazarian. Shelby L. John King. Clayton Stamper. Smelly Bubbles. James Nassman. Holly Barnes. Jeff Some Confidence. That's a good name. Jeff Some Confidence. Michael Madrigal. Go to Mr. Suit Records in Lancaster, Pennsylvania if you're ever near it. David Bellinger. Tyler Zack. Kurt Ziegler, Jenna, Hunter McDonald, John Wolt, Justin Bohager, Adam Bembenek, Manny Rios, Demonio Rubio, Brandon Gash, Edmund Agabao, Paul Pickerel, holy shit, that's a tough one. Paul Pickerel, I think is how you say that. Jake Farot, Chris Lind, Tony Quinn, Rob Lines, Danny Rudd, Jacob Barrett, Jordan C., Maxwell Ashcroft, Ryan Kohler, Joshua Christensen, Barb Allen, Jonathan Face, Rebecca Cohen, Chris Bowen. Oh, that rhymed. Mike Gibbons, Donnie Joyce, Michael Dawson, Jennifer Smith, Luke Henderson, Hader Ismail, Nick Walther, Connor Dennehy, Michael, just Michael, Stephen Koupa, Kevin Swistowitz, Thomas Koza, Anthony J. Guajardo, Annie Johannesson, Timmy K., Sean Florin, Dolores Martinez, Megan Lybrand, Scott Blickensderfer, Alec Walker, Brett Wemmer, Tristan Carlson, Laura Sexton, Anthony Guajardo, Brett Klinkner, Alex Lowe, Weston Thomas, this is the one. We got to figure out how to say this guy's name. It's the one with all the consonants in a row.
You might require a direct message to ask.
Can you message us, Weston Thomas, HVDHYLD? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Jared Blair, Josh Smallridge, Richie Verdugo, Chris Hopper, Emily Griffith, Emily Florence, Sean L., Jordan Parker, Dave Comerick, Abby Manuel, Kim D'Angelo, Jonathan Galat, Michael McBee, Carla O., Stephanie Power. That's a good, honest name. Stephanie Power.
Yeah.
Sterling Abrigo, Jaron Sanderson, Diego Campos, Stefan Musa, I believe, Zoe Blazkevich, or Kavik, Edmund Dillon, Aisley Kivensland, Dan McLeod, Lawrence Bunganiers, Alejandro Salgado, Papa Spoosh, Tegan McLeod, Matthew Little, Tracy Reddington, Sean Thomas, Amanda Alzamora, Jason Weibel, The Fabled Night of Two Sandwiches. That's a new one. Drew Spindler, Andrew Koval, Sam Mitchell, Aaron Melanowski, Scott Noland, Jack Gertz, Greg Sorensen, Benjamin Tahia, Misty Zavar, Brandon Naki. Thank you for the phonetic spelling. Dajne Wilford, Johnny Ferg, Matthias Pogio. Thank you, Matthias, for the pronunciation explanation. Superfan Giovanni, Michael Gold, Danielle Dewar, Eric Lamora, Stephen Reese, Walter Keegan, Kevin Marcinek, Erica Banning, Lawrence Anderson, Jared Smallridge, Zach Schoendorf, Will Podorf, Natalie Craig, Nathan Baskett, Anthony, Kyle Kinsland, the man whose name we cannot say, Ani Babadook, Scott Patton, Reed Aesthetic, Brian Bullarier, Emily Marvel, Robert Pearson, Michael Aiello, Max Unrath, Heighton Davidson, Brian England, and John Weissengruber.
Woo.
Pat, I feel very lucky.
I feel loved.
Jesus, that is a lot of fucking people. We're very blessed. Thank you guys for the support.
Nice.
Thank everybody who's supporting us, but even if you're just listening. And that's it. I'm Joe DeRosa Comedy at Gmail. No, sorry. Holy shit. Joe DeRosa Comedy on Twitter and Instagram. Please follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm trying to get those Instagram numbers up. And the Penthouse column, You Let Me Down. It's out monthly, but you gotta buy Penthouse to read it. So go start buying some porn.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at the Patrick Walsh. Tonight I recorded Kevin Porter's new podcast from Gilmore Guys. It is called Good Christian Fun. They talk about things in Christian entertainment. We discuss the film Prince of Egypt. So many of you said you were fans of Kevin. He's got a new show. I urge you to check it out. Had a good time doing it. My show, Living Biblically, premieres February 26th on the CBS network. And I would be remiss if I didn't tell you the other young lady who was on Good Christian Fun, whose name is Caroline Eli. I had to make sure I had her correct name. Thank you, everybody. We will see you next time. We will see you in hell.
That was a HeadGum podcast.